Hello friends, I'm Dr. B.N. Jagdale and now we are learning IoT Laboratory 1, module number 4. With this module, I'm introducing you with Tinker CAD online design software for the IoT applications. So what is Tinker CAD? Tinker CAD is a browser-based 3D design and modeling program created to provide a way for the IoT applications. So conventional CAD softwares are heavy to use, but then you can use the Tinker CAD for 3D designs as well as circuit designs. So we will be looking at the circuit design aspect of the Tinker CAD for the IoT designs and to realize the IoT applications in virtual world without physically visiting the laboratories. We can use this particular online software. It's a browser-based software. We can design the IoT with virtual components, virtual board, and we can virtually execute the program as far as the IoT aspect is concerned or IoT application is concerned. As you can see in this slide that I have opened the account with the Tinker CAD. So everyone who want to use this particular software, they have to of course sign up and they have to feed some information, email and phone number, and they have to register first of all. And after that, you get this kind of menu or this kind of a screen after logging in. So here you see this is the Autodesk company which has basically rolled out this software. And in this COVID period, many teachers and students are using this particular software for IoT learning online. So if you can look at this particular aspect, there is a circuit section, 3D designs, but 3D design will not go right now. And this is the main aspect. IoT application designs will be done with the circuits that will go here. And even code block is a kind of a new language. We'll be looking at the traditional IDE, that's what the Arduino language. It's a C kind of language available, and that is possible. These boards can be programmed for the IDE. So different kind of components are available in the Tinker CAD. So along with the Arduino board, that's what the main component or the board or development board or the basically where around which we'll be connecting different actuators and the sensors. So a variety of sensors and actuators and different basic power or meters and so many types of components are available, which we can bring it into the environment along with the Arduino board, of course, and we can design the circuit and we can write the program for this circuit and we can execute the program. But of course, it's a simulated version of the program. We can see the effects that how the sensors and actuators are working. For example, LED blinking, or for example, we can move the potentiometer, which is available here. We can adjust the register values. You can push this button. Okay, so different kind of here you can see here. This is the motor. Where you feel that motor is running actually. This is what the servo motor, which will here the DC motor. You'll find that once we program this DC motor, for whatever reason is there. So basically, we'll find that there's a motor is running. You'll feel that actually, not physically you'll see or touch that, but with this simulation, you can feel that the things are running. Or if there are problems, you are also able to debug the IoT system. This is available. So this is another look at the kind of components are available. So like battery, display, keyboard, different types of motors and ultrasound sensor, then connectors, power supplies, capacitors, resistors, displays, 7-segment display. Okay, so many types of the components are available. All these components you'll find in the design area on the right side, where you can pull them in the design environment and you can design the circuit here. Let's move on. So this is what the kind of features or different things available under the Tinker CAD. So there are like basic components like resistors, capacitors, LEDs, input sensors like there is a proximity sensors or light detectors, buttons are there, keyboard is there, now output actuators like stepper motor, DC motor, servo motor, or LED is also kind of a output actuator, and so many kind of the things are available. Then power supplies, you can have the variable or you can have different 1.5, 3 volt, 5 volt, 10 volt, 12 volt supplies are available. You can have different types of breadboards that you might have experienced under the logic circuit laboratories earlier. Then there are the measurement meters. We can measure the current. Like for example, here how much current is flowing in the circuit. So you can place the meter here and you can measure it. So different kind of, or you want to see the voltage across this resistor. All right. You can have the meter, you can drag into the environment here and you can tap it here that, okay, whenever the circuit is running or this particular programming is running, what is the voltage across this resistor? You can see with the measurement meters. So different kind of voltage register or current meters are available, and we can, or the oscilloscope is available. You can measure the frequency generation, square waves, jigsaw, or different kind of waves available. You can see with the help of measurement meters. Of course, then op-amp ICs and logic ICs are also available, but we are not using as a part of the IoT. But wherever required as a part of circuit design, you can use it. Connectors, of course, like these kind of connectors are available, or different components can be connected to with each other in the Tinker CAD. So virtually you can, create the circuit as if you are sitting in the lab and, basically getting the components and connecting, and then basically executing these particular, programs for these components. What is the design building area? So I think with the diagram I will show you. So this is all, this in the mouse I'm showing. After logging in, this is called as a design area. Here in this area you can drag from this library, component library. So I already dragged here this Arduino board. This is the LED. This is the resistor from this library. Okay, if you component here, if you can select different components, basic components, because the LED and these components, the basic components. So here, so all kind of ICs, components, actuators, sensors, boards are available here, and we can drag here. You can connect with the mouse, different components here, and this is called as a designing pane or the building pane. Okay, where we can connect the circuit, you can bring the components and do it actually. Now programming area, once your design is ready or your components are connected there and you feel that your circuit is right, then you can go for the programming. And this is the typically programming area. This is the code, and with that code, this is the program. This program is typically a kind of a C kind of program, C like language program, which is quite popular into the Arduino IDE. So if you are in the lab, physical lab actually, and if you are using the Arduino IDE, I will be definitely demonstrating later on these particular parts or the Arduino IDE also to you people. But in a virtual environment, we are not using the Arduino IDE, but programming language is same. So you can write the Arduino IDE kind of program, there's C kind of program here, and this program is typically for this LED on off. So digital write 12 is what the pin of the Arduino, and I'm putting it high, and then basically waiting for 1 second. Again, I'm putting this line low, that is LED will be off, and then there will be a delay of 1 second. Fine. So this will keep on doing it, and then you can start and stop simulation. That's what, once the code, if you feel that code is right, you can start and stop the simulation. So once the everything is fine, program is running, you have tested it. Now it's a time that you can download the code here, right? So you can have some sort of file management system here, and then you can have debugging concepts here. Actually, so if something goes wrong, so definitely you can basically correct it, you can edit it, you can export the design with this particular button here, export design button, but code can be downloaded here, or you can take the screenshots also, or you can clip this particular part where you can basically, as a part of documentation of this laboratory, you can have the code as well as your design, and some sort of runtime screenshots are possible, you can use them. And this you can, basically after the lab is over, you can upload to, for the evaluation purpose. So, all right, I mean, now we are almost closing this particular introduction of the Tinker CAD. So finally, what is Tinker CAD? It's the online software provided by the Autodesk, whereby without physically using the components, we can, virtually, in a virtual world, you can drag and basically drop the components. You can connect the different IoT components, actuators and sensors. You can write the program, and you can, simulate the things. You can export and share with your friends or other through email these particular designs. And here's some sort of IDE design, delete, or you can zoom, or you can basically kind of undo, redo, and delete the components from this particular part. And all these things are available, whereby you can virtually carry out the small experiments. You can design and execute the experiment. You can realize them, how the IoT experiments are done. So we are closing this particular module here. This is the introduction of the Tinker CAD. So most of your labs you will be doing into the Tinker CAD with the help of different actuators and sensors available in the Tinker CAD. So thank you very much for attending this particular module.